brave adventures tonight with our mighty team. Heroes we be.
Matt Mercer to replace Chris Perkins at Wizards of the Coast. And other tabletop role-playing game news. Good morning, my friends. It is Monday, the 21st day of October, 2024. It is about 8:46 in the morning here at Site B. It is 60 degrees and sunny and Santa Ana allergy weather, so be safe out there. It's time to take a look at the tabletop role-playing game news stories that might be affecting our reality. So let's open up our charts, take out our sextant, and set sail. And the number one story is normally something we talk about on Wednesday, but I heard this one yesterday and have not been able to confirm it. The rumor that when Chris Perkins steps down as design lead for Dungeons & Dragons, Matthew Mercer will be taking his place. Matthew Mercer, who works here in California and is the head of Critical Role and Darrington Press and has that multi-million-dollar contract with Amazon, as well as his voice acting stuff. So is there any truth to this rumor? I have found nothing to confirm it. I haven't even found where the rumor came from. I don't see Matt Mercer working for Wizards of the Coast in any other capacity than he has in the past. He consulted on the DM's guide, which means nothing. And if he continues his relationship with Wizards of the Coast, which quite frankly he shouldn't, I don't see any reason for him to do other than what he's continued to doing. It would be a slap in the face if he went to work for and took Perkins' place. I don't think he'd be happy. I think he's well aware enough of how Wizards of the Coast treats its employees. Plus, he'd probably have to pick up house and move to Seattle. Well, I mean, I guess not. He could telecommunicate, but really, yeah. He would make less money. So I don't see it happening. I don't know where the rumor came from. I don't see it happening. There's nothing I could think of that is in Mercer's favor to drop Daggerheart, drop Darrington Press, drop Critical Role, drop all the other projects and become in-house at Wizards. It doesn't make sense. But if we find any confirmation of this rumor, we will follow up on it. Meanwhile, there is a ElfQuest 40th anniversary Kickstarter that's going live on October 29th. If you are a fan of Richard and Wendy Penny and the ElfQuest role-playing game setting and the ElfQuest comics, here's a great chance to give ElfQuest some love. We've got a game coming out called Tarot Blood Heist, an RPG focused on magic and fate. That's coming out on Kickstarter. We've got Year of the Titans, another Kickstarter that's coming out in November. Just a bunch of new Kickstarters coming out. Nothing really exciting this week, news-wise, other than the Matt Mercer rumor. And, of course, Discworld hit the $1 million club of Kickstarter. I don't know if that means anything, really. It's Discworld on its own. It's pretty obscure. And just because a bunch of people said they wanted to get it, it doesn't mean the game will ever see the light of day. I don't really know about that one. I don't think so. Nobody said, man, I'm really excited about that. The new Conan the Role-Playing game will be Kickstarter pretty soon. Free League has got some new love coming out for their Vassan setting with 2 new settings for Vassan. I wonder if one of them takes place in the Appalachian Mountains, because that seems to be the place to play. Ars Magica has got a brand new version coming out that's kickstarting, considered by many to be the best fantasy role-playing game ever made. Despite that, very few people are aware of Ars Magica. If you have never had a chance to play, run, or look at Ars Magica, you might want to pick this up. It is genre defining. And speaking of genre defining, there's a lot of hullabaloo coming out of Italy for 2025, expecting a lot of games coming out of Italy that looks like they're going to be really good, including games that have sold more over there than D&D, which doesn't really mean a lot. I think when we're talking about popularity of role-playing games, people seem to think that D&D and the United States and no other country, no other people, no other place count. So when we say things like, Dungeons and Dragons isn't the number one game in Asia, people are like, please, how many people live in Asia? That means nothing. And if I say, Dungeons and Dragons isn't the number one role-playing game in Europe or now Italy, again, we'll have people say, well, what does that mean? What, like 5 people live in Italy, right? Who the fuck cares? D&D is number one. And again, no, guys, D&D is not number one. It's only number one here in the United States. The rest of the world does not play D&D as much as we do in the States. It is much, much, much a United States cultural phenomenon. And, I guess Canada, but, in Mexico and South America, no. In Asia, definitely not. It's Call of Cthulhu. In Europe, there's other games that sell more and are played more than D&D, like The Dark Eye. And now we know that there are role-playing games in Italy. I can't even begin to pronounce this name. But it is sold more copies and played more and has the same fan base over there as D&D is here. And now we're apparently going to go see it come over to America. So it'll be similar to, Dragonbane. Which is became huge for the alternate to D&D. I mean, not a day goes by that I don't see somebody singing the praise of Dragonbane and or Shadow Dark. So expect good things from the Italian tabletop role-playing game community. And speaking of tabletop role-playing game communities, is that time of year when all the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebooky, Reddit, tabletop role-playing game content creators start making the videos about how they have years and years of experience and there's only one way to play and I've run more than you, I have more experience than you, I'm better than you if you don't play the way I say you should play. Yeah, but this happens about every year or so, about this time of year when I guess our egos get all super inflated. And we've got a whole bunch of tabletop role-playing game community content creators who just want to make video after video telling you how good they are. I've got years of experience. You're all newbies and babies and mediocres. And if you don't play rules as written, blah, 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 play my way, the one true way to play, you're a horrible person and you need to listen to them. So expect see a lot of those videos. We've already seen a lot in the last few days and we'll see a lot more. You notice I never say that. I never tell you I'm better than you. I have more experience than you. I mean, does anybody care how long I've been running or how many games I've played or how many people I've run for or what I've created or not created? And no, nobody cares. I don't care if you've played, for 20,000 hours or whatever, or written books, or you think this is no. But we can see that. So I guess it's technically news. I don't know. Really a slow week. Nothing going on, which is usually a good thing. Wizards of the Coast hasn't done anything stupid this week because they're focusing on the DM's guide, which is already receiving pretty awful reviews. And then, once the DM's guide hits the shelves, they'll forget it exists and they'll start focusing on the Monster Manual and what we can expect from 2025 tabletop role-playing game stuff from the Wizards. Meanwhile, it's almost Halloween, so be safe out there. It is here, at least in California, it's the Santa Anas, which means it's fire season. So yeah, be safe out there. Remember, all it takes is one little spark. Till next time, I'm the OGGM. If you appreciate this content every Monday, let me know. If you never want to hear me talk about it ever again, let me know. Till next time, have a great day, and I will see you later.